This is Amy Laura Hall, and I'm making a short video to try to answer questions about participation in my courses that I'm teaching in the fall, starting on Monday at Duke University. First of all, I want to say that I learned at the beginning of the pandemic, when Duke moved courses online, that some students were on other continents and staying there for the duration of the spring semester. Some students also contacted me last spring when we moved to online education to let me know that they did not have reliable internet, or that they had reliable internet but only at certain times during the day. Some students also let me know that they were having to find alternative employment because they no longer were able to work on campus. So I have adapted my syllabi for this coming semester, for fall semester, to allow you to participate at different times of the day, depending on where you are, depending on whether or not you are sharing the internet with other people in your household, and so therefore only have internet at certain times of the day. I'm also trying to remember that some of you are going to be caring for school-age children, some of you are going to be caring for other loved ones and doing their grocery shopping. So I'm trying to make it possible for you to participate primarily using Sakai, S-A-K-A-I. Sakai is what I'm calling the one-stop shopping of teaching. It's the platform, I think that's the right word, it's the platform that is supported at Duke University for teaching online. It is, for some of you, not going to be intuitive. You're going to have to ask questions about how to use Sakai, but for some of you it may be accessible. I'm going to do my best to help answer your questions as you send them to me. You can also contact tech support to ask questions about any problems you're having on Sakai, but you can contact me first if you want to, and I'll try to answer your questions. You're going to be participating in this class as a significant part of your grade. So some of you have reached out to me to ask what exactly your participation grade will, what will it consist of. So participation, given the situation we are in, participation will include everything from engaging with another student's ideas, using different, we'll be using different tools on Sakai for that. It also will include having conversations with your own loved ones, with your neighbors that you have some face-to-face contact with, related to the content of the course. So let's say you are trying to write about a Star Trek episode, or you're trying to write about a particular detail in the movie Blade Runner. If you're doing that and somebody walks by and asks you a question about what you're doing and how you are and why are you watching Star Trek, and you have a conversation, that's participation. Engaging with the material for the class with other people in whatever form that you find yourself engaging, that's participation. And I'm going to trust you that you are doing that. I am not going to ask you to pull out your video camera and prove to me that you are having conversations with other people about the material for the class. Regarding, though, your conversations with other students in the seminar that you're taking with me, I'm going to be doing what I call pedagogical matchmaking, where I'm going to be connecting you as soon as I can with students in the class whose engagement through their papers, which I'll be reading all of, whose engagement I think you'll find helpful. So I'm going to be putting you together with students who are asking contrasting questions about the material or complementary questions about the material. I'm going to be putting you in low-tech ways together to email you. So I'll email a group of you and recommend that you have a conversation through email. You also, of course, are welcome to contact one another in other ways. Some of you will have access to Zoom. Some of you may not have access through Zoom. So I'm just asking that you do some connection yourself with other students in the class as I try best to give you other students with whom to engage. All right, I can explain this further if you have more questions, but I want to reassure you that I am going to make it my responsibility to help you figure out ways to engage as you are able using the technology that you have. I also am going to trust you that you are not putting this class so much on the back burner that you're not really taking the class. You will need to turn in your papers in order for any of this to work, because unless I know how and what you're thinking about the detail you've chosen for the class, I won't be able to connect you with other students. So that's going to be absolutely imperative. I'm leaving your participation grade as a significant part of the seminar because I've found in the past, in my in-person classes, that students can become anxious about the granted difficult assignment I'm asking you to do. Close readings are not easy, and I found that at the beginning of the semester, I have to remind students that they are also engaging in the material, with the material in other ways. So if I cut your participation grade to a lower percentage, or I try to include quizzes or something, we will lose out on the conversations, and I'm afraid I'm concerned it will make you afraid. So I'm going to leave your participation as a significant part of your grade, and I will trust that you are going to be engaging with the material, and I will be facilitating in various ways that are adaptive to the technology that you have available, and that are, the term we're supposed to use is asynchronic, which is a fancy way of saying that you'll be able to do this around the cracks of time that you have in your day as you're doing so many other things, many of you, during this busy time. Okay, thank you. Email me, text me with questions.